Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the lost Tesla Model Y, the standard range. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that for a couple of months now, I've ditched gas cars completely and I've taken the full plunge going electric by buying this Tesla Model Y. And I get a ton of questions about the car all the time, like, does it drive itself? How often do I charge it? So I figured I'd just make a video going over my experiences of having the Tesla Model Y and what it's like switching from gas to a fully electric car. So if you guys are in the market for an electric car, then this video is definitely for you. And also real quick, if you guys are watching this video, I definitely appreciate if you guys would hit the like button at the bottom and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, let's roll the intro and get into this video. Okay, so this is the lost Tesla Model Y. And let me explain what I mean by that real quick. So this is actually the standard range version of the Tesla Model Y, and you can't actually buy it anymore. So this car was actually only available for sale for 2 weeks, and then Tesla decided to take it off of their production line because moving forward, they only wanted to make all-wheel drive cars. So this car is actually a rear-wheel drive car. So when you look on the road and you see a Tesla Model Y, the chances of it being a standard range model is actually very low because there's not a lot of these running around. In terms of base stats, this car does 0 to 60 in about 5.3 seconds. So it's extremely quick, especially for its price range and for the type of car it is, which is like that SUV crossover type. And it also has about 400 kilometers of range. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Let's start off with a walkthrough of the car. So the exterior borrows its design from the Tesla Model 3 from the front, and then the rest of the body is just really beefed up. It has a frunk where the engine is supposed to be for extra storage. By the way, frunk is totally my new favorite word. It offers tons of storage. The rear trunk also has tons of space and a lot of compartments at the bottom for even more storage. And let's get inside now. This car is a 5-seater with 2 USB-C ports in the back, some reading lights, and in the front you have a very minimal look, which is what Tesla is known for. It has 2 cup holders, a wireless charger for your phone, 1 deep compartment, and another center console with 2 levels of storage. There's this beautiful full glass moonroof which is polarized, so you never need to worry about the glare or heat or anything like that. The front has a very minimalistic look, and this is where you'll find Tesla's crown jewel, the touchscreen. Everything on the car is controlled through this screen with the exception of the 2 scroll wheels on the steering wheel. Even opening the glove box requires you to use the touchscreen to open it. So let's walk through the features you can access from here, and let's start with the fun ones. You have entertainment, meaning YouTube, Netflix, and games. You have a ton to pick from, and you can even plug in a controller if you want. YouTube and Netflix are not available while driving for obvious reasons. Temperature control is done through the screen, and this is my favorite part personally. You can control the actual airflow direction by just moving it with your finger, which I think is so cool. All 5 seats, even the middle one in the back, are heated, and the steering wheel is heated too, which is awesome for those Canadian weathers. All music control is also done through the touchscreen, and Tesla even offers their own personal streaming service for a monthly subscription cost, which is about $12, but I highly recommend it. The music is up to date and honestly all bangers. Now, the most important thing in my personal opinion is the navigation system. The map is powered by Google Maps, so it's incredibly fast, responsive, and obviously up to date. There really isn't much more to say. It's Google Maps at the end of the day. There are other settings here, but not all super critical to this video. And we would be here for an hour long if I dived into all of them. So maybe I'll make a different video on that in the future. But these are all the main ones for now. Now let's talk about charging. So the car is rated for about 400 kilometers per charge. Now that's a bit of a tricky fact because you're actually never gonna get that actual number of 400 kilometers. It totally depends on a bunch of external factors like the way you drive or the weather or how cold it is. In terms of battery degradation, I've only had it for a couple of months, so I haven't seen any. every time I fully charge the car, it does hit that 400-kilometer number. I have heard that there is some battery degradation that occurs in Teslas over time, but it's very minimal, especially because of the great distances that the battery is rated for before you would ever even think about replacing it. Now, Teslas charge at varying speeds depending on where you charge them. So right off the bat, I would not recommend buying this car if you don't have access to a charger where you can plug in the car daily. Personally, I don't plug in the car every single day, and we'll get into that why right now. So with the Tesla, you get a personal home charger that you can plug it into any home outlet, and that does charge the vehicle, but it charges it very slowly. So it takes about 12 hours for the car to be fully charged. So the idea is that you actually charge it every single night like you would your cell phone. So you plug it in before you go to bed, you wake up, and the next morning the car is fully charged. So that's one of your options. For me personally, I live in a condo, so that's not really an accessible option for me, but luckily my condo does have third-party chargers. And the speed for third-party chargers varies, but generally they take about 4 to 5 hours to fully charge the car, so that's not too bad for me. I don't drive that much, and if I do, I definitely have the time to recharge the car and get right back on the road. Finally, we have Tesla superchargers, and these are pretty much everywhere now. The Tesla charging network is absolutely massive and so impressive. You can go on Tesla's website and you can check out their entire charging network. You can basically drive anywhere in North America now without running out of juice, which is super impressive. And something I learned about the car when I was going to pick it up is that there's actually more Tesla chargers than gas stations now, which is totally crazy. Definitely blew my mind. It's just that you're not really looking for them, right? It's not like, oh, I'm driving around, oh, and there's a charger in the corner of that parking lot. They're actually just there in plain sight. We don't see them. And speaking of Tesla superchargers, they fully charge the car in about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how low the battery is, which is super quick. So what I usually do is I just pull up to a supercharger, I toss on some Netflix or go get a coffee. I'll just hang out for 20 minutes until the car is fully charged. And I generally only use these superchargers when I'm on the road and I need an immediate charge and I haven't gotten the opportunity to charge the car at home. So as you can see, there's a bunch of methods and a bunch of places where you can charge your Tesla. So there's definitely no risk that, hey, I'm gonna run out of juice and I'm just gonna be stranded on the road, because I know a lot of people have that fear. So if that's something you're concerned with, I definitely would not worry about it. The only thing I recommend to take into consideration when you're purchasing a Tesla in relation to charging is just make sure that you have access to a charger that you can basically get to at any time of the day. Okay, now let's talk about one of the more controversial topics when it comes to Teslas, and that's autopilot. So the car can drive itself, kinda. So there's two packages when it comes to self-driving, and that's the base autopilot, which comes with every single Tesla, and then there's the full self-driving capabilities, which is a software add-on that you can actually add on to the car at any time. You don't have to do it at the time of purchase. It's done through a software update, which costs about $10,000 in Canada. So I'm just gonna quickly go over the two differences and just let you guys know right off the bat, I did not go for the full self-driving package, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The main one being that a lot of the features in Canada are still locked right now due to legal issues. So it's actually not really worth it because you won't have access to everything that Tesla offers just because it's locked for legal reasons. In terms of the base autopilot, it provides auto steer. And what that means is that you can basically go in any lane, you can activate the autopilot, and the car will keep itself in the lane no matter how it turns, no matter how it winds, and it automatically adjusts for everything around it. So it takes into calculation other cars merging in and out of your lanes, cars that are in front of you, cars that are in behind you. So you basically won't hit anything. With the full self-driving package, you unlock things like being able to summon your car, automatic lane changes, automatic city driving, automatic parking, a ton of cool features that if they were all legal in Canada would definitely make the software update worth it. So if that's something that I buy in the future, I'll definitely update you guys on, and I'll definitely make a new video regarding the self autopilot. So if you guys are interested, those are all the features really quick at a high level, but the autopilot that comes with the car originally is more than enough for me, and it's something that I use all the time and I totally love. Also, the car has 360 sensors, so it's able to detect everything around it no matter what side you're on, and it actually even tells you on the touchscreen how far you are from it in terms of inches or centimeters depending on where you live. There's also a real-time map around you on the car screen, which provides a 3D model of all the cars around you and all the objects around you. And this is in real time, so a lot of people will zoom out of this map to see what's around them before they make any lane changes, in addition to looking at their blind spot and then actually turning in a safe manner. So it's a very useful tool. It's also able to pick up a ton of different objects like pylons, garbage cans, people, motorcycles, lights, stop signs, and these objects are always being updated, and there's more objects being added into the real-time 3D map through Tesla, so they're always providing software updates for that to make that software better. Now, that's it for the high-level feature, guys, and I quickly want to talk about my own opinion and what it's been like living with this specific car. And personally, I don't think I would ever make the switch back to gas anytime soon. This car is faster than any other car in its price and range class. It's safer. I think it just is everything better than a regular car. It's more convenient, and I've had a blast driving it, and I've really enjoyed my experience switching from gas to electric. I thought I would have issues charging and it would always be running out of battery, but none of that stuff has existed. I don't really charge every single day. I charge when I need to, and charging has not been an issue no matter where I've been. So for those of you that are thinking about making the switch from gas to electric, I highly recommend it. And a nice added benefit is that it also helps out the environment. So I think it's a win-win for everybody, and this is absolutely an amazing car. And if you've been thinking about taking that plunge, I definitely recommend that you guys take it. And that's it for this video. As always, if you guys have learned something from this video, I would appreciate you guys hitting the like button, smashing it if you will. It really helps out the video. And if you guys like this type of content, you want to see more about cars and photography and drones and videography and all that stuff, definitely subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, that's all I have for this one. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, keep creating.